So we'll do a review of 2020. What a year. And please do subscribe to our video channel. Give us a big thumbs up and do remember to press the bell icon. So for us, 2020 started with a lockdown of a different type. They were doing some repairs on the lock. But in all, 2020 was a year of great anticipation. And so this was Storm Kira.
We've had to redo the mooring lines because when we got here we were one of the cleats on the deck that we moored to was loose, so we've had to shore all that up. I'm glad we did that when we did, because otherwise it would have been drowned. Look at that. This is the flow on the downside of the bridge, shooting through. We've had a breach downstream and the football ground is completely flooded. I hope this is my final walk. It's retirement day today. I'm just out doing a quick walk along the riverbank. I'm in my high-vis for flood group. We're a little bit concerned about the weekend. We've got Storm Dennis coming and the river is still not back to its normal levels, so I'm just having a walk up to check on the upstream floodplain. It always amazes me just how peaceful it is by the river here. Quite a tranquil place, given the extent that this river can come up. And so this is it, the end of an era. We've now closed the shop for good. We've just moved on board, arrived in Hull, right on the edge of Storm Dennis. Well, we're on our way back to Tadcaster right now. Yesterday we moved on board Ava Grace, but we've still got to finish off at the flat to empty everything out, and also we're still under flood alert, so we've got quite a few different pressures against us. We're right in the middle of Storm Dennis, and last night was rough. Janet slept through it all like a log.
We've had enough of trying to empty the place at Tadcaster. Yeah, and so consequently we have once again filled the car, not quite to the brim, but we've filled the car with stuff that maybe, if we're lucky, it'll fit on the boat.
Well, it's been quite a long time since we've been out, and it's good to get back out on the water. We're just doing a shakedown cruise from Hull up to Trent Falls, do a little bit of anchoring and then head back. It's a beautiful day, 2nd of March, blue skies, absolutely freezing.
Little did we know what was coming around the corner. This was our last run before we went into COVID-19 lockdown. And like many others, COVID-19 destroyed lots of plans.
So we're just on a walk out. It's just been announced tonight, due to the COVID-19 virus, that all pubs, clubs, gyms, bars, cafes, eateries, everything has to be closed. Now this is one of the main bar areas around the marina. And this is normally heaving on a night.
And we were even
Now,
interviewed
we're all
on
keeping as far
BBC
away
Radio
as we can
York.
from each other, aren't we, at the moment? Social distancing and self-isolation, all of that stuff, it's all part of what we've been told to do to slow down the spread of coronavirus in order to protect the NHS. But one couple from Tadcaster has taken it to the extremes. Let us say hello to David. Morning, David.
Good morning, Georgie.
Whereabouts are you?
Right now, I'm right in the middle of Humber Dock in Hull.
We've just gone through a beautiful Easter. What a shame we can't get out there. Woohoo! At last we can go out. Passing us my way. Sea Line F33.
What a great feeling it was just to get out there.
It's quite tight in the roadway. We have only about 10 feet difference between our overall length and the width available to spin around in.
One of many trips down to Spurnhead.
The estuary is big and wide, so it almost looks like you are at sea.
Neutral.
Janet's just struggling with the breeze this morning. A little bit of neck trouble and utilising a brolly. Well, that was a near thing. Just started to try to tease the plastic pipe away, and it's broken. I only just touched it and it came apart. Wow. And that's the raw water in feed for the toilet flush. Yeah, that was close. And so the job of putting it together went really well until we had a disaster.
All sea cops.
Bloody handle sheared off on the sea cop.
So that results in the expense of lifting, but you get one or two other jobs done at the same time.
There's not a lot left of this anode. I've got that bit there, that's it.
There she is. You're not coming down?
Ah, we always had our playful
You have to
cats.
stay up there. She is our nosy pussycat. So, that's it. She's not too shiny. Anodes.
Yes, on work, Grace.
And in July we managed to get a run up to Scarborough.
Yes, on work, Grace. Outbound from Hull Marina to Carver. Consequence, 2 persons on board. There's Flamborough, we're almost at our turning point. And then further on up the coast is Filey Brig, and then just beyond that we come towards Scarborough.
It was exciting really to get out and try coming into a different harbour.
What was really nice to see is how busy Scarborough was. They seem to be getting over the lockdown. The pleasure boats are starting up, the speedboats are in and out, quite full each day. Every 5-10 minutes they're running around the harbour. The night approaching is quite hairy. Visibility is marginal, but all went nice and smooth. Where are we going, Charlie?
We're going to Spurn. Down there is a massive ferry. Down there's Humber. There's a little cargo ship. And down there is where Spurn is. So yeah.
Later on we managed to get the final bit of our navigation system installed, a new radome.
Undo it a bit. Now another little job I wanted to do whilst I'm here is our log stopped running, which is just there. Now I've just taken it out whilst we're in the water, and so the reason it's not running is there. Look at that little lot sitting on the log wheel. So we're going to have to clean them off.
And then in mid-August we had another storm.
Stop when the lights flash, the sign says. And the reason is the tide barrier's down.
But finally in September we managed to get out to do a long run heading to the Farne Islands.
I'm still on the boat, by the way. It hasn't dumped me this time. We're just about ready to turn to head the correct way to Scarborough.
Well, that was a great run from Hull up to Scarborough. We arrived here about 6:15 in the afternoon. Only thing is, no berths. We're up against the wall side near the fuel dock. But we're only here one night, so yeah, there you go. So we've departed Scarborough. We're heading north, dodging the lobster pots. Just having a gentle tootle because we can't get into Hartlepool until around about 3:30. It was raining in Scarborough when we set off, so we've got our wet gear on. It seems to be easing a little bit. It's overcast and dull, but still gentle seas.
Arrived in Hartlepool, we had a nice technical berth to go into.
Actually not even doing anything there, that was the wind.
The run continued north, heading up to Royal Keys and then on to Amble. Amble itself was a little bit of an adventure.
It's coffee time.
And I know I've ruined mine because I like foam.
But I did manage to get a haircut.
And continuity problem. I've had a haircut. Sorry, Anne and Yvette and Trudy. We're a little bit too far away at the moment. Oi, do you mind not having a rest on us? Hey?
Not dropping muscles like they did on Next Stars.
No pooping. No pooping. Don't think about it.
No way. It lifted its tail. Its thought. Uh-oh. Oh, dropping a muscle!
Ah, oi, oi, oi.
We'd set off from Royal Keys in good weather, but by the time we got to Amble, we had a 4-7 right on our nose.
The wind keeps putting us. Look. They keep going level. There's stitches.
So we became too busy to actually do any filming, just trying to get ourselves into Amble. The boat mounted cameras, which normally run all the time, just gave up the ghost, so we missed quite a bit of footage of the actual run into Amble itself.
Beautiful harbour is Amble. Lovely little village and a superb marina. A little bit tight though. We picked a wonderful day to go to the Farne Islands. Flat calm, no winds, slight mist. Unfortunately we couldn't hang around, we were late in the day and we needed to get back into Amble for the tide and to avoid the sea fogs. then we had to face the journey home. We had a wonderful run down, apart from one or two little engine problems. Quickly resolved and heading back to our home base in Hull, trying to beat COVID lockdown restrictions.
And turning into Spurn, we head towards our anchoring point. And who do we see? Our neighbours, My Way, sat in our anchor point. Hi there, Mick.
Well, we're now on the last leg.
With the days shortening, it meant yet another night entry back into Hull.
It's good to see our entrance into Hull Marina. Once more, coming in the dark. Getting used to this. Well, we're a little bit high at the minute, and I don't mean from any substances. We're up on the hard. And so underneath, this is the reason we're coming out, is all this growth. The antifoul has just about had it, but we've got an infestation of this worm, and it's like a calcium. It's crusty. It's like a beard underneath, and it's just knocked all the speed off. We lost half our speed. So started early this morning. Didn't do any videoing because I just needed to crack on. Fully sanded the hull and washed it, dried it and painted it. Heading back to the water.
We couldn't waste any time. We were again worried about COVID. We did not want to get stuck up on the hard, and in fact we got lifted in, and then our lift engineer went off ill. He had to go into isolation, and that stopped all lift operations.
Very silly. Why would I want to go on?
Next, and that'll be... Oh, no it isn't. There we go. And there's one of the
issues we had was with our fueling system, which meant we had to clean out the starboard tank.
The silicone all splattered all over the place. So, what? And I'm just going to blow back just to see what we've got left in the tank. We've taken some video inside the tank, and we can see that the feed pipe is still submerged. So I'm just going to...
And then finally, coming towards the end of the year and Christmas lights, but no Christmas celebrations. COVID-19 has once again come into play. Hull is in tier 3, but much of the country is in tier 4, which means no travel. We cannot get to see our children and grandkids. But let's hope 2021 is a much better year than this. We want to thank everybody that's watched us this year, especially those that have subscribed. Please do subscribe, it does help us. We provide these videos for free. On average, each video takes 2 to 3 days to produce. So it takes up a lot of our time, and we are just a couple doing this on our own.